Yo, yo, yo. Yo, Mahavishnu. Good evening, sir. Man, spend time with your friends. Don't look in your phone. Contact with real humans is cooler than in live stream. Hi, Rock On Gamer. Do I know you? I'm not a gamer. I am Matrix. From Latvia, a small country in Europe. Yo, 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 new name. Rock On Gamer, do you know in what kind of community have you stepped in? What do you mean, new name? Mondays are usually weird days. But you can be bothered only from perception point where you are personality. Yo, good night, Rock On Gamer. That's very nice of you. But I'm telling you, I don't know if you know. where you have gotten yourself into. I mean in nowhere. I am nobody. Got a bit angry and still just watching it. And somewhere feelings right now. You don't have to know new name. You don't have to try to know. I mean, if that's happening in you, just notice that. If you feel bad about not knowing, just notice that. If some answer is coming, just notice that. Don't control anything. If control happens, notice that. If it doesn't happen, notice that. It's just like that. Everything is just a happening. Notice that. This fake controller of everything will gradually become less and less, weaker and weaker. It will dissolve. And if you're angry and anger is still there, let it be like that. If you feel like there's you who becomes angry, just see that. Don't follow this you. See how this you who is becoming angry is there, but it will go away, so it's not you. I am suggesting you channel grow, friends. Well, it depends on who you suggest this channel, because it's not about action. This channel is not about action. It's about very discomfortable things for your mind, because it goes deep beyond your mind, into your mind. In and outside your mind. Because you are not your mind. And I don't want to frustrate too early. New name if you want, I can say that to you again in other words. Today I started stream too late. That's why it's gonna be just a short stream to clear some inner confusion. If someone with confusion will appear here, if not that, then I'm gonna just chill. New name someday is just you can have anger more than other days. That doesn't make you incomplete, because this anger is not you. I know that there is someone in each and every of us who wants to know everything, who wants to control knowledge about what happens with you. You name, if you want to know reality, like baseline of reality, then accept each time what appears. Let everything be as it is, and you will learn one thing, that everything is changing. And everything is changing by itself. That's the best part. And when I say everything, I really mean everything. Even the tiniest parts of your emotions happen with you by themselves. Do what you need to do, Mahavishnu. Actually, if I have had to choose one drink, like alcoholic drink, I would choose Jack Daniels. So that's a good choice. Today felt like I'm forgetting everything about knowledge gained while awakening. New name is just that. When awakening first happens, it's something so new for your mind. And later, of course, mind continues to seek for this big drama this big happening. But this is still the one who wants to control. Awakening is not the final stage, you know. After you realize that you're not your body, emotions, attention leaks, then everything still continues to happen like it did. And don't worry about that, just notice. They are old patterns, just cleaning themselves out from your system. And actually, new name. Gain knowledge are not problem, like gain knowledge, loss. It's just that the one who is afraid to lose, gain knowledge, needs to be noticed that it's there, and that's all. New name, if you would be fully enlightened, your whole life would be the same physically, emotionally. Well, actually, not exactly. Things change, but from big perspective, it's the same life. But there is completely no inner center that believes that something is you. What if you start suffering again? You just really believe that there is you who suffers. Everything comes from this you. Who is afraid, who wants to know, who wants to control. And this you is not real. Just notice that there is this you. Don't do anything with it. Noticing is really enough, just seeing it. Let there be awareness. Each and every tiniest, subtlest movement in you is happening by itself. There is no you actually in it who is doing it. And if you want to deeply know this, you don't have to do anything. It's just like what do you do if you want to relax your arm? New name, what do you do if you want to relax your arm? You cannot relax your arm. You can only let go the tension. And it's the same approach in letting go ego or personal self. This effort itself, any kind of effort, won't let go your ego. Only when you totally relax and allow everything, and not like physically relax, I mean when you just allow, then it starts to fade, the ego. How was it for you when you started awakening? Hello, Hannah. How was it for me? Well, I mean, awakening happened in one moment. But after that, it takes time while it like takes over all your life aspects. Hello, Spectre. New name, probably I went through the same things as you do. But I mean, awakening and enlightenment are different things. Awakening is like starting, when something is starting to happen, then there's a bunch of realizations till you come to full enlightenment. Your boyfriend said he can't marry you because he don't want to upset his parents, as our religion is different. That's not cool, that's not cool. But Hannah, this is one aspect of life. Actually, nothing is wrong in life. Well, everything is wrong from perspective if one sees himself as separate being. Then all kinds of things make suffering and feels wrong. But new name, I can tell you this. Every single pattern in you where identification of fake self still exists, it will appear in you. It will show to you. And each time you notice it and let it be, it gets weaker and weaker. And each and every second, third, no matter how many loops comes in future, they will be weaker with less belief that that is who you are. Because new name, there is no such thing as becoming more enlightened or reaching enlightenment. Because it's always here. Its existence itself, and it's perfect. Only thing that changes identification with who you are not, feeling of doing something, controlling something. And there are many layers. And becoming more, if you can say more enlightened, means to drop layer by layer by layer of believing, fake identifications. You're trying to stay calm, but now out of nowhere my mother and father are starting to say go to college. How am I on wrong frequency? Well, yes, new name, things like that happens like in specific times, specific days, and when it happens, let's say when something goes wrong, then all kinds of other things goes wrong right in that day, that moment as well. That's how energy moves. When you say I'm trying to stay calm, just notice that this I who is trying something is just a thought itself. It's not something important. It's not some important I in you. The importance that you give to this I is the only thing that keeps you from full enlightenment. all these importance levels. I mean, physiologically, it will always be important to eat, but that kind of importance comes to you intuitively. There's still importance when you say you're feeling stuck. That still means that this I is important as something real in you. I mean, you are important, but this I who believes that he is important in you is fake reality, fake identity. It's inner center, and it feels like life is happening around this inner center. But if you want to hear the truth, then honestly, there is no inner center. Everything is just happening, and there's no you in it. You is just a word. A new name, like when you let go of something, you don't need to try to be peaceful, happy, blissful. If sadness is happening to you, let it be. If you want to really know your true self, then accept everything. Accept life fully, not only the good parts. Because there is no problem with good or bad. When you remove this I, when you remove the one who experiences good and bad, if you want to know what is effortless living, then remove this idea that everything happens with you. I mean, it's really not necessary new name. It's really not right to push away the bad things. It's actually quite stupid, because when it's raining outside, it can rain for 1 hour, it can rain for one full day, it can rain for one full week. What will you do about it? If you make it personal, only if you make it personal, then you're in trouble, then you're in suffering. When there's some inner storm in you, don't make it personal. Accept it. It may be there for long. It may pass in few minutes. It doesn't matter if you don't identify yourself. Hello, Northern Light. How did you sign up for what? You didn't sign up for anything, if you mean your life. You signed up for suffering so you could wake up new name. You can't know your true nature if you don't go through full circle, through day and night. If there would be only day, there would be no enlightenment. There are just really many wrong assumptions in terms of knowing who you are and enlightenment. Okay, new name. I will come in stream tomorrow earlier so we could talk. So now you don't identify. Well, that's good that you say that. But when suffering is important to you, if suffering is important to you, when you say you're trying to stay calm, you don't know something, you wish you would know you felt like that, and like that, in that way, this way. All this is believing that you are identity. And that's okay. Just see it. Nothing more is needed besides just seeing or noticing. When I say see, I don't mean see with your eyes. Just the fact that you notice something proves that you are not the thing that you are noticing. If you can notice how you are suffering, then you are not you who is suffering. It's just a thought in you mixed with emotions. I'm totally not sad, don't worry. I mean, what can I say to you? If you want to see that I'm sad, then I'm sad for you. People only sees themselves in other persons. Yes, new name. Exactly. And if solving out happens, let it be. Because the key is that you are not doing anything. It's all happening. Yo, Andre. Today I'm ending stream, Andre, after 5 minutes. New name, I mean you. I'm just gonna clarify that solving something is not a problem. Thinking that you are the one who solves out something is a problem. But be careful. If you notice in you this someone in you who thinks that solving problems is a problem, it's just a thought again. No, I'm not a poet. Things I speak comes from realization that I am not my personality. Everything is a happening without inner center in you or in me. It's all just a happening. This inner center is fake. Yes, new name. If solving thoughts with thoughts happens, what do? you just see it. And you see it just also the one who sees it. And if sometimes your attention is gone, fully absorbed in like some task doing, driving, don't worry about that. Just see it when you can. Full enlightenment actually is not about constant noticing. Attention may go away from reality. But that's actually not the truth. Even when attention is gone, it's happening in existence. The thing that changes in you permanently is that even if attention was gone, like for many hours, and just when you see it, there's no personal suffering. You just see it like a happening. Not as something that happens to you. That is the change. And that's actually very simple. It's too simple that your mind cannot grasp how enlightenment could be so simple. Your mind must be quite transparent to see this. Yes, PS3. Mostly I talk about only deep stuff. Well, sometimes we play chess in this channel. A new name. Listen, the one who says your mind, be careful. See, there's always someone in you who believes that he is real, he or she, doesn't matter. And in the same time, if you just observe, just notice, you see how everything is passing in you. Every single thing is changing. And how could it be that everything is changing? How can you see that? I mean, you have personal body. There will never be a time where you feel that your body is not personal. PS3, listen, man. I like what you're saying, but listen. When you say empty your mind, be formless, shapeless like water, this includes someone in you that thinks that he needs to do something. And how can you drop this someone, this doer? The thing is, you don't have to empty your mind. You don't have to be formless, shapeless like water. You don't have to do anything. I mean, if you want to know the reality, because if you don't awaken, if you don't become enlightened, it doesn't matter actually. For reality, it really doesn't matter. Waking up just helps you to live without suffering. That's all. But in the end, you are already awake, like enlightened being. What do you mean when you say, do I see matrix? Because I see matrix. New name, you say I cannot see that. I don't get it. What you cannot see? And the thing is, when you start to think about what is matrix, I mean, how far will you get? Will in that way you become closer to reality? Because there's still gonna be doer in you who thinks that you are separate from what you think. If you think that you are separate from what you think, that means you're not there yet. If you think that you are separate from what you think, that means shift hasn't happened yet, and you perceive yourself as some self, the one who has to deal with thoughts, emotions, the one who has to deal with your life. But for make it clearer, I can say that the good old saying, you are not the one who is beating your heart, and we all know that. And you know that because body is much older in evolution than your mind. So next level, when you, of course you know that you're not pumping your heart, the next level is to see that you're not thinking your thoughts. They appear by themselves in you. That's actually also easy to do that. And the next level is to see that you're not your emotions and feelings. They are just happening in you. They are not you. You are not doing that. The next level is to meditate, to experience inner peace, inner silence. Many stay in that level, thinking that they have found themselves. But the next level is to see that silence and peace are also just a happening. And so there is even greater level. this all is the matrix, what I just said to you. Hey Nilo. Hi Maimona. I don't know new name. Everyone is welcome here to know who they are actually. So new name, you say the changes that's happening, you cannot see that. New name, and that's completely fine. It's completely normal. You cannot see that right away, but you can start to see that by just seeing it more often. Seeing, by its definition, makes you more of a seer. But I'm telling you, you cannot become greater seer. This seeing, more and more seeing, noticing, dissolves mind's layers. You, Andre, always welcome. But new name, listen, you have forgotten one thing. Remember I said to you, don't forget the silence, because you are in a stage where you have to train. Of course, you will train it with your ego, but that doesn't matter, and your mind, but you have to train noticing silence. This will give to you enough noticing power later. But actually, complete understanding about everything that I talk here can come in just one moment. It's just a point of perception. That is what realization is. It happens instantly. New name, songs that pop up in your head are not problem. Because when you observe silence in you, try to do that by not controlling anything. Allow everything in you. Yet still be aware of this silence. Actually, I remember my Mona. She was in the chat before a while when I was walking on the street. And actually, I have sent new name his hoodie. A new name will get it in well till New Year, maybe on Christmas Day. No, new name. My mono is not Nathan. New name. My mono is not Nathan. My mono is my mono. But yes, new name. So you can go. Like you can go in many ways. If you feel like, well, actually, all is required is noticing. Just notice when you can allow things in you, everything in you, when you can. Don't try to rush process. Don't feel guilty if something's not happening how you want it to happen, because the one who wants something to happen is this doer, is this ego. Just so when you allow things to happen, your ego will actually dissolve very fast and you will see the reality. But if you feel like sitting in silence is for you, do that. Concentrate on silence or do both. Doesn't matter. New name, I think my Mona is woman, not a man. But I don't know. Don't feel distracted, new name. Mamona is just a part of existence, like we all are. Well, her body. The deeper reality is that we are not part of existence. We are existence itself with all the parts. Nothing is separated. But I'm for real, Mamona. That's really a real perception of reality. There is no personal you who controls your life. This is the way of effortless living, living as person, I mean, living as identification in personal self just leaves you with suffering. And it's always a matter of time when suffering is gonna hit hard again. Okay, men and women, I will end the stream here. Hopefully see some of you tomorrow in next episode of Ego Dissolving Reality Talks. Yo, take care everyone.